Everybody, this is Cody Hawkins. We'll wait just one more minute to let a couple other people join on the call here, and then we'll get started pretty quickly. All right, let's go ahead and get started. My name is Cody Hawkins. Thanks for taking the time out to hang out with me tonight. We're doing the new Plexus Ambassador Training 201 series. Tonight, I'm going to spend about the next 20 minutes or so talking about the compensation plan. And some of you, I'm sure, have questions about it. If you're new, you definitely have questions about it. So without any further waiting, let me go ahead and share my screen. I have slides for you to check out as well. We'll start with let's go ahead and start with what has already been covered. So there are 4 weeks in this program, and we are obviously in week 4. Last week, Jen Hawkins, my beautiful wife, Diamond and Sapphire Ambassador, talked about your elevator speech, your crafting your story, the shield of confidence, and 3-way calls, all very important in this business. And today, the compensation plan is a little different, and to be honest, for some people, it's the hardest to understand. And I'll show you why it's the hardest to understand. But before we get into that, let me, if you just look at this, if you were just looking at this plan, if someone handed you this compensation plan summary and said, here's how we get paid, makes sense? I think most of us would say, not really following. So let me break it down for you. I'll go down and I'll go through each of the 11 ways that we are paid. And I'll tell you why we believe that Plexus has the best compensation plan available in network marketing today. I mentioned 11 ways to get paid. These can be broken down in a couple different categories. The chart here says 4 categories. I might even say that it has 3 categories. You have commissions or your sales. You have your bonuses, and then you have what we call profit sharing. It's the Plexus points system. So first, before we get into that, some lingo that I'm going to use and some things that you have to understand before we get into the details is PV. You might hear people talking about, what's your PV this month? How's your PV looking? They're talking about personal volume. That's sales. That's your retail sales. That's your wholesale sales. That's preferred customer. That is all your sales that you have on your account and several levels deep. Preferred customer bonus, we'll talk about this as well. This is a bonus that you receive as an ambassador, as a distributor, for having customers, when their order and shipment goes through, you get a bonus each time it goes through. Pay points, briefly mentioned it. We'll go into that some more. That's the profit sharing. Right now, the pay point is sitting right around $2.80 to $2.90 a pay point. And those start to add up. I'll go into that later. Building business bonus. This is every time somebody orders a welcome pack. So if you bring in someone to the company, they want to work the business, this is an opportunity for you to make some extra money as well, whether they buy the cheaper welcome pack, the $99 welcome pack, or the $199 welcome pack. You get a bonus each time someone purchases that. So let's get into the commissions, and I'll go ahead and we'll start with the first 2 ways that you make money working Plexus. There's that word, that PV again, that you hear about. So consider this: the first $100 that you either purchase or use in your account to purchase your own product, or say you have a customer, an ambassador who's purchasing products for you, the first $100 of your PV numbers goes automatically back to Plexus. So consider it 0. When you hit $100, you've basically hit 0. From there, everything above that, if you go to $499, you're paid 15% commission on. If you go above that to $500 or more, that amount over $100 is you're paid 25% on it. So let's say you have let's say you have $500, right? You hit that right at that $500 mark. You now get 25% of everything above the $100. So a $100 bonus is pretty nice, or $100 back. Even if it's your own purchases, you can still get that money back. And it says here, the slide mentions whether it's your personal purchases, maybe you're buying for yourself and a spouse and maybe family members, and maybe you're close to that $400 or $500 mark, you're paid back on that amount as well. The second way that we earn money is what's called an override commission. So for every level 1 that you have, if they after they reach $100 or more, you get paid on 5% of what they have over $100. So that can be a good way to earn some money as well. Preferred customer bonuses, I briefly mentioned this. The third way that we're paid is every time a preferred customer orders, they're typically preferred customers have a set order that they order every single month. You can see the cash bonuses on the side here for every time one of those products are ordered. You get that bonus on top of it. That's a nice little chunk of change there, especially if you have a lot of customers, preferred customers. The fourth way, building business bonuses. I mentioned this. When you sell a welcome pack, half of that money, 50% of it, goes back to the company, and 50% of it is paid back to levels, the 4 levels above the person who bought it. So if you're the sponsor and your new person bought a welcome pack, you get a building business bonus. Depending on the amount that they purchase, you get that amount back. Your sponsor gets that amount back, or a certain amount back, their sponsor and their sponsor. So you could have someone 2, 3, 4 levels deep who's joining your team, and you could get paid on it. Pretty nice way to get paid. Another nice way to get paid. The 5th and 6th ways that we make money here in Plexus. This is more on the recruiting side, less on the sales side, but this is through rank achievements. So as your team grows, you hit different ranks. If you're actively recruiting and your ambassadors are actively sponsoring people, bringing them into the company, your team will grow. And you can see here these one-time achievement bonuses for hitting each of these silver to senior ruby. And if you could do it in the first 30 days, then that is the 6th way to make money. That's called fast start. And that bonus, that one-time bonus, doubles. I mentioned pay points. This is one of my favorite ways, if not my favorite way, to earn money in Plexus. Depending on your rank, you are paid a certain number of levels deep, right? And I can tell you that my wife Jen didn't have a level 7 until she made Emerald. So that kind of gives you an idea. But depending on your rank, you're paid pay points for each level. So if you have an active level 1, and an active level 1 is someone who has at least $100 in PV or in personal volume for that month, that level 1 will give you 5 points. If you have a level 2 that has $100 or more in personal volume, they will give you 5 points, and so on. And you can see how it trails off the deeper you get as well. But I can tell you, these pay points, they add up fast. And I remember a conversation with my wife about 4 years ago when she joined in May of 2012. She said she was looking at Emerald, and she said, you have to have 1,500 points to get to Emerald. Maybe I'll get there in 5 years. And here she is, a diamond sapphire ambassador. She got there a lot faster because of duplication, because of just a snowball effect of people actively working this company. So don't sell yourself short. You can actually get there pretty quickly, and be prepared, because I think some people aren't prepared to be leaders that early on in their journey with Plexus. The average Right now, the average Emerald Ambassador took 20 months to get to that position. So you're talking about a leader within the company within 20 months. That's pretty spectacular. This chart, it has a lot of stuff on it, but basically what it's talking about is pay points to your rank, how many pay points you need to hit a rank, how many pay points outside of your primary leg that you need, the achievement bonuses, and the levels I was mentioning earlier, the levels that you're paid on. Emeralds, sapphires, and diamonds don't receive achievement bonuses when they hit that. They actually go a step better than that. They actually get a monthly bonus, a reoccurring bonus for maintaining their rank. That's the 8th, 9th, and 10th way that we make money. So the pay points make up about 45% of the monthly revenue that Plexus takes in. The remaining 5%, I mentioned earlier that 50% goes back to Plexus, 45% goes into those pay points. The remaining 5% is paid out to Emeralds and above. So if you hit Emerald, you not only have at least 1,500 points that you're getting paid on, and I mentioned they're almost $3, so do the math there, 1,500 times 3 on average. You're also dipping into these pools, and these pools, I can tell you that they are thousands of dollars. Okay, so when you hit these pools get larger. So you can see when you hit Emerald, you get 3% of the pool. When you hit Sapphire, you get the Emerald plus another 1%. When you hit Diamond, you get Emerald plus Sapphire plus the 1% for Diamonds. So that's 5% that you get to share in that other ambassadors don't get to share in. And as I mentioned, that adds up fast, and those are thousands of dollars. You also, when you hit Emerald, one of the perks is you get to go to Hawaii. We've gone to Maui the past couple years. I get to tag along, pretty sweet deal. But this year we're going to the Fairmont Orchid in Kona, Hawaii, which is pretty awesome. Another perk, you hit Emerald. I know a lot of people talk about this, but getting a car is a pretty sweet deal. Pretty amazing thing that you get to experience. Plexus will, and you don't have to wait for the car either. When you hit Emerald, and it's official, you can actually go to the dealership. And the way it works is you go to the dealership, you lease the car, you turn in the paperwork, and Plexus sends you a stipend and pays for the vehicle. Whether you lease it or you purchase it, they'll pay it the monthly cost. Pretty amazing deal there. The 11th way to enter. So if you're amazing, right? If you're awesome, you're a stud, you get to do what they call a diamond re-entry. So when you hit 6,000 points, not only are you making some fantastic money and enjoying some amazing perks, but you get to re-enter the company as your own level 1. You get to sponsor yourself again and start building people under yourself as if you were starting the company all over again. And some people say, well, why would I do that, or what's the benefit? I mentioned earlier my wife is a diamond ambassador. She's a diamond ambassador on her first position. A couple years ago, she re-entered after she hit 6,000 points, which was absolutely amazing. She re-entered the program under herself, and today she's a Sapphire ambassador. So she gets to enjoy diamond money, Sapphire money, and the perks that come with it. Amazing. Some of the perks, you can see them here. Bloomingdale shopping spree. I think it's the past 3 years, Jen has won a $5,000 shopping spree. The first year we went to New York City, stayed at the Plaza. Absolutely amazing. Again, I was a tag along, got to enjoy it. She even threw a little money at me to I think to stop bugging her, but also to go get some jeans and a couple of shirts. But yeah, you get to the Hawaii trip, the Bloomingdale's trip, luggage, your Sapphire luggage. You see the nice luggage down on the right-hand side. That down on the left-hand side, that's the branding kit for the Lexus that you get. You put it on the back of it. We're actually in Breckenridge, Colorado right now, enjoying the mountains. And we were at a restaurant here eating, and somebody actually said, "There's a Plexus Lexus out in the parking lot." People were excited about it, so that was pretty awesome to see. So let me stop the share here. So one thing I want to take away too is I mentioned what makes the Plexus Compensation Plan better than some of the others. And there was a poll done recently, an informal poll, that asked the question, why is Plexus plan different, compensation plan different? And it was mainly geared towards people who had been in other network marketing companies. And the overwhelming answer was that Plexus paid early. People said that they made more in their first couple months with Plexus than they made in a year with their other company. So this is an amazing opportunity. If you're brand new to this, welcome. I hope I did an okay job of explaining it. I don't even think, well, I'm about that 20-minute mark. This video will be posted along with the other videos, and I've got it's on the YouTube channel, New Plexus Ambassador Training Series. I'll try to get this up tonight. But if you haven't watched the other ones, I encourage you to do so as well. And I also encourage you to watch as many videos, subscribe to as many Plexus YouTube channels as you can, to learn as much as you can, sponge in as much as you can, and to jump in head first on this, because it's the people who really go after it from the beginning and who commit the time to it from the beginning who have a ton of success on this. So I wish you all the best success. Hopefully I didn't take too much of your time. And if you have any questions, you can find me on Facebook, Cody Michael Hawkins. I also run a men's group, the Man Cave. If you're a guy or you have a husband that's interested in Plexus or that you want support from, send them over to the Plexus Man Cave and we'll get them added. All right, take care, everybody. Thanks for watching.